It's the weekend, and that means new metal albums. Welcome, metalheads. I'm the host of Heavy Metal Philosophy and writer for Metal Digest, John Barbas. We're doing the top 5 best new metal albums from this weekend. Also, as always, the best album art of the week, and we'll talk about one of this week's big headlines. But before we do that, we have to talk about a couple of big releases that came out first. What? Oh, that's what it is. The newest and last Godsmack album, Lighting Up the Sky. That's right, Sully said this will be their last album, and then they'll just spend the rest of their career touring on their back catalog and hits. I think that's fantastic. Quit while you're at the peak. Don't be making a bunch of albums after you ain't got it no more. You got plenty enough to have an excellent career for the rest of your lives. I applaud this. And then also we got a new one from melodic death metal masters Insomnium with 1696. Make sure you check that one out. But let's delay no further. It's time for the top 5. Coming in at number 5, we've got Wretched Fate with Carnal Heresy. Good old-fashioned death metal. This one really reminds me of the early Bloodbath. It's got that sort of sound to it. Plus, it's very catchy. Not poppy. It's death metal. Catchy. Get it right. Coming in at number 4, I think this one's pronounced Isolence. I'm not sure. Text on the screen. Everybody's Bandcamp links will be in the description just in case. Isolence. I can pronounce the album title. It's called In Dangerous All. It's listed as melodic death metal, but it's super heavy, so I'm not sure if I would call it melodic death metal. It also has some metalcore leanings, but it's definitely not deathcore. Very heavy though, very heavy. I really love this. Coming in at number 3, I don't know what's going on with these guys' band name. Is this 7H.Target? What am I missing with this 7H? I don't know, but the album name is Yantra Creating, and more importantly, the music rules. This is like some progressive, technical, brutal, slam, tech deathy metal. I'm not sure, but what I love about this, all labels aside, is these guys seamlessly go between caveman riffs and like super proggy weirdness. On a drop of a dime, it's awesome. Check it out. Number 2. Hey, do y'all remember when these kids went viral on Facebook? Have you ever told people in your family that you were into metal and your uncle or aunt or cousin or grandparents sent you that Facebook video of those little kids playing thrash metal? Well, you want to know what's awesome? These kids are still together, still making music. The name of the band is Hammerhead. The name of the album is Nonetheless. And they've grown up a little bit since that viral video. They're not just thrash metal anymore. Now they're kind of a proggy thrash metal. Good job, y'all. Love it. Now, before we do number 1, we just gotta say, if you love metal the way that I love metal, you're in the right place. You should be a part of this community. Hit subscribe. If you like any of these bands, hit like. It helps the bands. It helps me spread the word about metal. Now let's do number 1. Coming in at number 1, we've got Orthogenesis with Esoteric Annihilation. Last week I talked up how good number 1 was. This week, number 1 is also awesome. This is some progressive death metal. Y'all know I'm a sucker for progressive death metal. I love it all, but I especially love this. This reminds me of early Rivers of Nile, but instead of about being nihilism, it's about space. It doesn't have any of that 70s prog clean singing. Sometimes the cadence does remind me of Jake's screams. I just love this record. I know you will too. Make sure you check it out. But we're not done yet. Now let's talk about the album art of the week. Y'all, this week's album art of the week is so awesome. Most of the time, I try to go for the really artsy stuff. I want things that are beautiful and moving and shows the incredible talent of the artist. Well, this time, this isn't pretty. In fact, it's kind of ugly. It's so ugly that it's awesome. This is a very punk rock album cover, and I just love it. I love the band name. I love the album title. I love the music on this. This is Necro, Weasel, Obey, Suffer, and Die. And what I love about this is you've got some kind of a weasel or ferret playing a flying V guitar, riding a unicorn, shooting a rainbow onto Vladimir Putin's head. I love it. I love it. This is fun album art. As soon as I saw it, made me want to listen to the album, and the album rules too because I love thrash metal. And finally, for this week's weird headline, this past week, Dave Mustaine lamented that Metallica won't take Megadeth out on tour, and he says, what are they scared of? Dave, you guys are clearly more technical than Metallica, so I understand why you might think that they're scared to go out against y'all, but that's not it. Y'all don't get along. Why would y'all be stuck on tour together? Why would anybody enjoy that? I mean, I would enjoy it as a fan, but if y'all are on tour together, that makes you co-workers. And I don't know if you remember what it's like to have a job and be stuck in the same room with a coworker that you don't get along with. That shit sucks. That's why y'all ain't on tour together. I would love it. I'd love to see another Big Four show. Come on, Slayer, you can come out of retirement for one of those. But I understand. I understand, yo. That's this week, wrapped up in a nutshell. Once again, praise metal. Click right here and you get more metal content from yours truly. But most importantly, read philosophy, listen to metal. I love you.